So, I have a complicated and situation coming up here. Hmm, I finally got to meet with the cardiologist, and the cardiologist nurse called me and wanted to set up the tilt table test. The tilt table test basically is where they put you on a table and they tilt you this way to see if basically you have POTS, which stands for postural orthostatic tachycardic syndrome. Basically, when people stand up, their heart rate goes up, their blood pressure changes. Sometimes people pass out. Basically, when I stand up, my heart rate can go anywhere from to the basic low 90s to up to like 180. My complex care doctor believes I have it, but my problem is I cannot stand right now. So that tilt table test, if they were to do this tilt table test, I would go into one of my attacks, like my possible stiff person spasms, and I was trying to explain this on the phone, so that complicated things like a lot. Also, they thought they sent the Holter monitor, and I guess that's lost in the mail currently right now. So there's a lot of like issues complicating all of these other issues. Now that Holter monitor should be on, but now the question is, can I wear a Holter monitor for this other test that is coming up? And this other test is an EMG. There's a long name for it, but basically they take a little needle that's like a basically acupuncture needle. They put it into the muscle, they turn a little electricity on, and they're testing to whether to see there's active motor activity in the muscle while you're not doing anything. This will confirm whether I have stiff person or not, hopefully, and finish this long saga. So, and I cannot get the tilt table test until I get confirmed whether I have stiff person. But basically, on this journey of stiff person, can't do one without the other, one without the other, basically back and forth. But I can't do the tilt table test until I've had the Holter monitor on for 14 days. It's a long, big circle. Anyway, before this EMG, I need to discontinue the medications that are keeping things quiet with my body. Now, the John Hopkins protocol is 2 to 3 days before. My doctor, who isn't fully expertise in stiff person, only wants me to do it 1 day before. Now, on the support group pages, people who have stiff person, they're highly recommending that I do it 2 to 3 days before, because if you don't do it, it's going to give you a false negative. Now, because all of my antibody tests are coming back negative, I'm worried that the medication is giving false negatives. So my decision is I'm going to do it a day and a half before the test. I'm going to discontinue all of the medications that are currently keeping my muscle spasms very quiet. That means all of my medications, my heart medications, I'm not going to say any of the medications because I don't want to talk about medications on here right now. Little ears and eyes watch these things, and I don't want people playing with medications, and I'm not a doctor, and I don't condone talking about medications on YouTube. Basically, I'm on a lot of medications that are keeping a lot of things quiet, I think. So I'm going to go longer than 24 hours on medications that, if you discontinue quickly, could cause seizures. If you just discontinue, not even including my seizure of histories of seizures. So I'm just going to dead drop muscle relaxants, dead drop nerve pain medications, dead drop a heart medication, dead drop a PRN medication for this, dead drop a smokable medication that normally is a PRN for more than 24 hours, which seems a little bit scary. Okay, a lot of it's scary for this EMG test to hopefully get a positive so we can be done with this stupid runaround. Yeah. So basically, if I get a positive out of this, hopefully we can be done with the journey, get a diagnosis, because I need treatment, you guys. I need to get out of this bed. As crazy as it sounds to somebody who may not be in this situation, I realized that when we looked back at the situation, I may have been fighting this spasm issue, stiff person issue, since before 2016. I had a spine surgery in 2016, and that all started when I had an attack and I got stuck in half. Now, literally, when I say I got stuck in half, think of a cartoon, when they're like grabbing their back. They're like, "Ooh, I'm stuck in half like an old grandpa." Literally, I got stuck in half, and my mom had to put me in the back of the car in half on Halloween night 2016. I got to the hospital. They treated me like a female, and they're like, "Are you having womanly pain?" I'm like, "No." And then they would not give me any pain medication until I proved I was not pregnant. And I was like, "Well, that's not physically possible because I would have been the Virgin Mary." And they're like, "Oh, we don't believe you." And I'm like, "Okay." And because I was in so much pain, I literally kept trying to go pee, but I couldn't stand up, so they brought a commode in. Anyway, with all the testing, they were having a hard time seeing things that were going on. It was a muscle spasm, so yeah. Dog, mom, all running around. Anyway, so we're very nervous about dropping all of these medications. We're pretty sure this has been going on since before 2016, which means this has progressed for quite a long time. So for a long time, I've been taking opiate medications, which I no longer take. So we don't know what I look like without medication. We don't know what I look like without medication. So what I'm saying is that when we drop this medication for over 24 hours, it could be a hot mess, and I could be stuck in a position just frozen like this. My secret goal is I go in there looking like a hot mess, and he says, "We might have to put you in the hospital for emergency treatment," which would be a great option. So yeah, let's hope that the EMG comes back positive and I get a diagnosis on the spot, and he decides to put me in the hospital for treatment. Yep. Peace, love, and Cookie Monster, you guys. That's my goal.